Good morning, everyone. This is our regular staff meeting for Monday, May 4th. And we'll start with warrant review and approval. Misty, anything to know about? Okay. Page 104. Page 204. 304. 404. And the airport. Okay. If there's no questions, I would look for a motion.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the warrants as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Staff and elected reports. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, commissioners, recap plan. Just very briefly, the planning and zoning this week, Thursday, and so, 3 items, the Dietz Legacy Homes Conservation Subdivisions, 4 lots out on Decker Road. Second item is a CUP, big use in Beaver Creek for a retail needlework shop, so very small, existing building out there, but it's operated retail shop out there. So, and then finally, there is a variance request for reduction of lot area to accommodate a boundary line adjustment out. Geez, I can't remember. Betts Road. I can't remember. Sorry, don't quote me on that. But anyway, it's from the Seedlers, and they're wanting to exchange property with a neighbor to accommodate simply boundary line adjustments for innocuous. So no increase in density, no violations of setbacks, etc. So anyway, that's what we have.
Cool.
Coming up. So
Any questions for Mark? Pretty straightforward.
thank you.
Thank you. Missed anything this morning, Deb? No matter. Quick topic.
Good morning. Asia Thompson, County Clerk. Just wanted to bring your attention to the final page of your packet. It does say law enforcement and monthly payroll totals for April, as well as payroll totals for April. And again, thank you for the general approval of these, but we always want to follow up so you can actually see the numbers once payroll is done. So we have included those for you again for the month of April.
Treasurers?
As well, commissioners, good morning. Katie Harris, County Treasurer. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that the property tax refund program is available again for the 2025 tax year. Applications must be submitted no later than Monday, June 1st, no exceptions. This is an income and asset-based program that requires an application. It provides a refund of property taxes paid for 2025 and is issued directly by the state. You may apply even if you receive the long-term homeowners, veterans, or homeowners tax exemptions. You can apply online, come into our office, we can help you with a hard copy, or you can send a hard copy in yourself. The second half of your property taxes must be paid before you can submit an application. If your property taxes are paid through an escrow account, we expect to receive those payments this week. Our office is available to assist with the application process. Please be prepared to provide proof of income. If you file income taxes, the state will require a copy of your tax return. If you do not file, acceptable documentation typically includes your social security statements or retirement statements. You can come into our office anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, no appointment necessary. You can see myself or 3 other staff. We're up to date on how the program works. And to date, just as an FYI, our office has helped with directly assisted with around 150 applications. That doesn't include any phone calls or just walk-ins kind of asking about it. And as this program does increase traffic to our office, we appreciate everyone's patience as we assist applicants while continuing to manage our regular responsibilities. So just an FYI. Thank you.
Questions for Kate? No? Thanks for the numbers. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's interesting. Okay. Dr. Bird? Quick button.
I have
Heidi? Okay. Jesse?
Good.
Robert? Amy? No. Kimber?
I'll share some information this morning. Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Kimber Solberg, Sheridan County Fairgrounds Director. On each of your shares was the open class book that is now available to the public. There are some copies out in the hallway, and me and my staff will begin to distribute those throughout the community. It's a great rendition of what will take place at the county fair, and hopefully folks will use the book and also visit the website for more details if they need it. And of course, anyone's welcome to call our office or email us with questions on that. For the fair this year, just I guess a highlight note is that the teddy bear dress competition has been changed to anything Americana. So that's the biggest change to any class in the fair book. And then the pie auction, as I confirmed with the auctioneer this morning, will include pies and some other exhibited home goods such as a quilt and some artwork as approved by the committee. But that was very successful last year, and we thank everybody who came out and hope that the crowd continues to grow for that. Been working with the Historic Preservation Commission, and we are getting ready to, I guess, put some finishing touches on the 250th celebration that will be displayed in the Historic Pavilion at the fairgrounds. And it's coming together, and we're going to focus on county fair and tractors. So if anyone has any resources for those, please reach out. We have a lot of good folks in the community who are helping us to put a good display together for that.
I had a question for you.
Sure.
Just regarding street fair, I had a chance to attend the UW Extension Community Assessment Gathering.
Yes.
And I heard a couple comments about how our state fair has really shrunk. I don't know if it's over the last decade or why is that?
State fair or county fair?
County fair, sorry.
I would say that from the numbers that I have, the livestock and the youth participation is up.
Yeah.
So fluctuates a little bit with different species. The swine program seems to be growing, and I'm gonna say I will just go on and guess and say it's probably affordability to some extent. That a swine is that much cheaper than a beef to show. However, we still have a really good number coming in for that. With the open class, those numbers, and I've been here, 3 fairs now, have just kind of circulated. Some years we're heavy into like the canned goods, and some years, depending on whether we're really high in horticulture, floriculture. So the ebb and flow, but I would say our county fair from my perspective, has grown. We brought the horse project back to happen at the county fair, fairgrounds, and it encompasses 3 days. So, we'd have to look, I guess, specific, but it isn't anything where I would say, oh, that has gone completely away or.
Cause I hear about the animal sales being, through the roof.
Yeah,
Just kind of setting record numbers. So maybe it's just
Absolutely.
that open class piece
right.
and everything else.
In the
That's,
open class, the committee this week will be on I don't know what the name of the show is, but with Liz Kincaid. They're doing a podcast on May 7th to help promote the fair and that. And I think a lot of it is just continuing to get the word out. And that's why we take these books around the county. We don't just, focus, I'll say, at the fairgrounds or at the courthouse to pick them up. We take those to libraries and post offices and some of the businesses that will allow us to display those there. It's also a busy time of year, so to try and make it to the fair sometimes can be a little bit more difficult, but everybody's welcome.
okay, great. Other questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate the information. Kelly? Kenny?
Go back, Chair. Thank you.
Sheriff Dominguez?
Yes.
Clint?
No.
Cameron?
Madam Chair, Commissioners, good morning. Bear with me a little bit as it gives some background. On May 20th, you'll be looking at your budget for health insurance. And I just wanted to give you a little preview of all of that. So back in January into early February, we were looking at roughly a 16.7% increase to our premiums. 15% of that is just health insurance or health and medical inflation. So this is what doctors are charging, what procedures are charging, those increases. When we got into late March, we're looking at roughly a 10% increase. The Blue Cross Blue Shield, they wanted a 9.4%. My numbers were showing about a 9.62. So doing the math, I was right in the ballpark of what they were doing. I sent it back to them, and this would be the same for Delta Dental, IMED, Lincoln Life. We're looking at roughly at 10%. Got them down to a 5%. Now that sounds bad in the sense it's a 5% increase, but others were getting 20% increase. So just that negotiation in the last couple of weeks did save the county $167,000. So I want to look at that as a positive, even though it is going to be an increase. So Delta Dental will come in at 0% increase. IMED will come in at 0% increase. Lincoln Life is around a 4%. I'm working on the pennies on that one. And then Blue Cross Blue Shield will be a 5% increase. So I will run all these numbers, get them to the clerk this afternoon so that they can plug them into the budget. But I just wanted to say that that's a positive. Even if we do see that as an expense, it was going to be a whole lot worse. So just I'm going to pass that on. We'll have final numbers to the clerk today and then have a discussion on the whole process on May 20th. Any questions?
Any questions, Kim?
Good job, I'd say.
I was in Casper Thursday for the Social Determinants of Health Conference, or Wednesday and Thursday, and Blue Cross Blue Shield had a session. And they were saying, just how to shop around, just get insurance costs down, and just educating, their clients on how to do that. And it's hard in a rural place because sometimes you just don't have a bunch of choices of where you can go. It's a little harder to shop around. But they were reminding folks that, you hit your deductible and then you try to get all your stuff done before the end of the year. But those costs wrap around to determining premiums the following year. And I don't think about that. I don't know, it was interesting session, but yeah, thanks for getting those numbers where they're at. Appreciate it. Anything? I don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
I will just be representing us at the Forest Service Steering Committee meeting Thursday in Grable. Covered for Commissioner Haswell, who has a different meeting elsewhere. And so I will be doing that on Thursday. I appreciate everybody's concerns about my health, by the way. I'm no longer under house arrest. I can take this off and drive now. So that's a positive thing. It's just on here for a little support and protection. So otherwise I'm doing very well. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Initially was going to Cheyenne for a meeting on Thursday, but I decided to Zoom into that meeting instead.
Okay.
So,
I will be in Cheyenne Thursday for water development meeting. And then I will be out Friday because I got to turn around and go to Jackson for lacrosse. So I will be in the car for a good solid couple days. Cheerleading for me. All right. Well, we are early for Amy. I don't know if she's around the corner. Do you mind sticking your head around there? No? Okay. Well, we will just recess until Amy's back and we'll get the Forest Service update. She's on the books for 9:30, so.
We are unpaused.
Okay. So apologies, Amy wasn't able to make it this morning and just emailed us. So we are adjourned at 9:24. Thanks, everybody.